We're gonna keep it 100% honest. I know this lighting sucks. I have no idea where to begin this, but we're here, so might as well. My name's Hayden. For a long time, I have been into cars. I mean, since I was literally like 10 years old, every time a Mustang went by, anytime a Challenger went by, anytime I could go and look at cars, I was there. When I was about 13, I started really getting into how do engines work, and it became a question on my mind. One day, I was literally just sitting there, and I got hit with the question, how do engines work? And it pissed me off that I didn't understand that. So, I took the time, watched my YouTube, tried to get into cars as much as I want, but really the thing is I wanted to be able to have something of my own to work on. I wanted my own car to call my own to be able to build. And it took a while, but we're here. And so that's why I want to introduce my 2002 Mustang GT. So when I had originally gone to look at the car, I was told that it had a cam in it and there was a couple other performance things such as bigger wheels, bigger brakes, short throw shifter, but I wasn't really sure how much motor work had been put into this car and what all had been done. Now, it was in the price range that I wanted, and granted it's yellow and it's ugly, but when it comes to cosmetics, those are things that can be fixed. I'd rather dump a little bit of money into cosmetics and know that my motor is healthy and know that my trans is healthy. And besides, this car only has 127,000 miles, so for an 02, that's very, very good. Now, I drove it home on bald tires. I've got new front tires since then. Even though my rears have tire rot, I know that they're still good for another couple thousand miles, and I can still get some life out of them. Now, I did end up taking the car down to a buddy of mine in order to get looked at, and when they jacked up the car, well, it was a little interesting. I found out that not only is this the second motor in the car, but there is over 20K into this car. So obviously the first thing that you can notice is this is a fairly clean engine bay, which is kind of more proof that this isn't the original motor. Now, alternator is relatively new, we got a brand new battery, all the fluids were topped off, but as far as what has been put into the motor. So, BBK throttle body, we also got BBK long tube headers, 373 gears in the back, a limited slip differential, the entire front subframe has been taken out and completely replaced with a tubular K-member. Like I said, short throw shifter, the engine's actually been bored out to a 0.10 over, bigger pistons, forged rods, this entire motor has been taken down. Basically, the entire top end is built, and it's the most that you're going to be able to get out of a naturally aspirated 4.6. Just because of the low displacement in these motors, this is probably pushing around 310, 320 wheel. But really, the only way that you can get more out of this is to put either a turbo or even a Pro Charger on it, just something to be able to boost it, give it about 8 PSI. But again, these 4.6s aren't very strong, so as soon as you try to push anything over 430, 450, you're going to blow your motor. So honestly, with this setup, for what I paid for this car, this is the best thing that I could have picked up. Now, the reason that I created this channel is because YouTube has been a dream of mine since I was young. Not only getting to work on cars, but being able to make videos on them and enjoy it. So my biggest goal with this car is to build it into the car that I want. To be able to start YouTube and have fun making videos, do things with my friends, and be able to make memories at 18. I mean, when am I ever going to get this opportunity again to be this young, have this kind of car? I mean, they talk about 30 years from now, we might not even have gas-powered vehicles. So the big plans for this car are going to be obviously the cosmetic issues and then all of the little things that we can fix. If we get to a point where we could possibly boost the motor, get to swing it, do some drag racing, if we can find a track, anything like that, I'd be down. But until then, these first few videos are just going to mainly be me fixing.
Okay, so the camera ended up cutting off, but as I was saying, the main goal for this channel is going to be to get that thing running, to get it to be looking great and something that I can be proud of. So seriously, if this is your kind of content that you enjoy watching on YouTube, if cars are your thing, and you want to see an idiot 18-year-old and his friends build a Mustang, then subscribe and see what happens.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link no time.